Well, it's a nice day for it. We're in the midst of a cloud right now, so it's raining, and even when it stops raining, you just kind of naturally condensate water all over the place. So it's just a muddy, sloppy mess. But we have to be really careful placing this water line here. We need to make sure that no stones are underneath the water line, that we bury it nicely in sand, compact that sand down nicely, and going around removing all of the stones, lifting up the water line as he places the sand, and make sure there's a nice bed of sand underneath as well as above it. And then we bring in the dirt and the stones and kind of bury everything, because if you have a stone touching that water line and you bring a tractor load or a delivery of something or even a car over time, that stone will puncture the water line and then you'll just be out of luck. Once we get this driveway leveled off and flat again, it'll be, well, one, much flatter and nicer than it was before. And then we'll go back eventually once all of the construction is done, and we'll lay out all of the nice flat stone, and we'll create just a beautiful stone driveway pathway up to the house. Ah, questo è vecchio tubo, sì? Di acqua.
Sì.
Bravo. E non c'è sabbia.
Non c'è sabbia perché hai fatto il lavoro male. Noi facciamo bene.
Well, I'm going to take a brief minute to thank today's video sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal delivery service that uses high-quality ingredients sourced straight from the farm. It makes cooking fun and easy with their simple, easy-to-follow recipes. HelloFresh allows you to skip meal planning and grocery shopping and still give your family a healthy meal with pre-portioned ingredients delivered right to your door. What I like about HelloFresh is there's no food waste thanks to carefully pre-portioned ingredients, and the recipes are simple and fun to follow. You can customize your delivery from week to week, choosing what meals are best for your family, and everything can be tailored to your schedule, adjusting your delivery date, and even skipping weeks that you're not able to cook at home. HelloFresh has 50+ dinner options to suit any healthy lifestyle, and right now HelloFresh is offering free breakfast for life, which means you'll get a free breakfast item with every delivery box. Not only that, but if you use our unique link or code, you'll get 10 free meals plus that free breakfast. So by signing up, not only will you get 10 meals for free, but with every box HelloFresh delivers, you'll get a free breakfast. Now, that's a lot of free food, so check out the link in the description below or scan this QR code on screen. And thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video.
Ok, vai, pronto. Ah, this is awesome. Hi, buddy. Hi. You want to come see what we did?
Wow, look at this.
We made a mess, didn't we?
It's pretty muddy. It looks much better than the last time I was here, though.
Yeah. What do you think?
What happened to all the grass?
Yeah, we ruined all the grass, didn't we?
You're gonna have to replant that.
Yeah, we'll put down nice stones. How about a stone pathway? Yeah? Okay. So it's an absolute disaster, but by tomorrow, this should all be nice and covered up.
Yay!
It'll still be dirty for a while, Chloe. Is that okay?
Yeah.
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 I'm just sad for the plants.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Ooh, look.
We'll put lots of nice plants. Look, Chloe, this right here, that pink thing, that is specifically for you. You know why? Because that thing right there allows us to run a water line up to here. See that water line sticking out? That's for you, so that you can water plants and flowers.
That'll be fun.
I made it just for you. High five.
Yay!
Aspetta un attimo, non facciamo un lavoro di merda però. Sì, va bene. Quante serve?
So I feel like it's been quite some time since I've updated you on what we have going on here. It's a little complicated, to be honest. We are trying to take care of all the water that comes from the roof and disposing of it properly according to what we're required to do. Running all of our electrical lines, our water line, and our gas line. Right now, Denny is covering up the water line and the gas line with sand because we need to then come back and put all of the dirt on top of it. And if you put the dirt with all of the rocks and whatnot, you need to kind of tuck in those water lines and those gas lines into bed quite nicely, make sure they're nice and cozy because you don't want any rocks penetrating those as we drive the excavator over here. Anywhere where there is plastic, anywhere where there is orange plastic, we're covering it up nicely with concrete in order for that to dry, to make sure that anything that could possibly break won't. All of the corrugated tubes are pretty strong in and of themselves, and we're only passing electrical lines through them, so if there's a tiny crack in it, it does not affect anything. And then we also have to make sure that we are passing air into the crawl space, which will give a place for that fan to suck air in and then out and dry everything underneath the crawl space here. We've added a manhole right here, or a pozzetto, which will never be seen. We'll have a nice stone covering it up. And then if you need to clean anything out, you can lift that up and access it. And then lastly, while we are digging everything out, we're making sure to add a few extra tubes just in case we want to add any kind of landscape lights or walking lights, because it gets very dark here at night. There's no artificial light anywhere outside. So we're just making sure that we're trying to think of everything, because you have one chance to dig it all up and you don't want to miss anything. And for that reason, I'm just going to get back to work so that I can focus. We need to dig a little bit lower here because we're going to take all of the rainwater, add it into a manhole for a clean out area, and then take it this way to someday run it into a cistern. Well, we really have made a mess of the place. We've got canals down here, we've got canals coming down here to kind of pass all of the water, and a canal going this way, and one step back for two steps forward. We want to do this thing properly. We want to make sure everything works properly. Managing water on a hill like this is crucial. It's so important. So we want to make sure all of the work is done as best as possible and make sure that we're planning as far in the future as we possibly can, so that we're never bringing back an excavator to rip up the front of the house ever again. So hopefully by tomorrow this will all be put back together, but there's a lot of work to do. Not a very traditional way of doing things, but we're actually enlarging the downspout from 10 centimeters to 14, just because that will allow us to use this more durable tube, and then we can comfortably drive tractors and things over top of this area.
Come che un po' fuori un po'. Vai, vai, così. Ok, bravo.
Ok, bellissimo. Beautiful chaos we have going on here. That orange pipe will never be seen. It'll be covered up with stones. This concrete will never be seen. This will all be beautiful later. This is some rainwater coming down. This is also rainwater. And then this will be a catch basin because we have a huge slope that kind of slopes this area. And then this will run off to a cistern later on.
Very good, Bradey. Non ti fermare mai con la carriola.
Bravo Danny, vai, vai, vai.
Vai, 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 vai. Cado. Oh, ok.
Qui è tanto. Bravo.
Basta?
Sì.
Ok.
Va bene? Well, good morning. A bit of a late start for me today. I could barely get out of bed this morning after kind of chasing ahead of the excavator and trying to stay one step ahead of them so that we're not slowing Andrea down and getting all these systems in place. It was a bit of a big day yesterday, so I'm tired today. It's not fair when the excavator runs out of energy, all you do is pour more gasoline in it, but for me, no, I could barely get out of bed. Today we're getting right back at it with the electrical team. We're installing the rest of our electrical conduit in the bottom floor. Before, when we did our electrical conduit, it was just for the 4 rooms upstairs. Today we're doing the 4 rooms downstairs. And then Andrea later will come back to finish closing everything up so everything is nice and flat again. Bye, 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 bye. So soon everything will be nice and flat and clean, except for this spot here. This area, we have to finish up a little bit later. Ugh, forgive the nasty sweat and mud, but we have to do this in sections. We can't do everything in one go, which is why the excavator keeps coming back for 1 or 2 hours at a time. Andrea is being very gracious with us with his time, but because there's no space, it's simply not possible to do everything all in one go, and we still have one section to hook up there left, and then we can finish covering everything up once we finish that final section. How's it looking?
It's looking good.
It's nice to have this area at least flat again, and
I know.
you can start to kind of envision like the finished stones and the finished level, and you look cute. I like your hat.
Thanks. It's kind of sunny today.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
need
hoping
one.
the sunshine to come.
I need one. I need a hat.
Yeah.
It's starting to look a little bit better. It was total chaos, and I know it's hard to envision right now because it's all just stones, dirt, and mud, but once we have everything finished, it's gonna be beautiful. It's hard to give a sense of the space on camera, but we've added just a little bit extra space by clearing everything out, and space that we haven't had in a long time because it's been filled with debris and material, and it feels like there's so much more space to walk around up here, and we're talking about where to build a little stone wall and a stone fence and all of these extra things and planning for everything now, and it's just really exciting to see everything start to come together, and I'm pretty pleased with how our water system has turned out, and tested all the tubes, nothing's broken, and we're getting there. We're getting there. Wow. Look at all those tubes. That is so much. That is fantastic. I'm loving the chaos here. All of the tubes just kind of spread out everywhere. We're just placing the tubes today, and then hopefully within the next week or two, we'll pass all of the wires. But this at least allows us to close up the floor and to really kind of finish everything up once and for all. So just as a precaution, we are passing a water line through this tube to make sure that it hasn't broken anything, the weight of the excavator hasn't crushed anything. We're not passing a water line through this. We've already put our water lines through. We're just making sure that in a couple of weeks we can pass our electricity line through this tube. While we have the excavator here, nothing is broken. We don't need to redo any digging. Well, we finished just in time to have a crazy storm, crazy hailstorm, a crazy amount of water coming down. Ouch, that hail hurts. But it's a good chance to take a look at all of our systems since we've just changed how the water flows everywhere, make sure everything's good. Some of it's temporarily undone and oh, yep, there it is. The house is flooding. Yeah, it'll be okay. Because currently the house is only flooding in the crawl space. But that's not good. That's not good at all. We'll make sure to bring in fans, dry that out properly. Other than that, everything looks good. I'm pleased with how it's all functioning, and we'll check in on things tomorrow. All right, so I'm back the following morning after that massive rainstorm. That is the most rain I've seen come down in such a short period of time, and I was happy to be here and kind of witness it all and see how our rain gutter systems were working and how we were taking the water away. Very pleased. It's not all finished yet. We need to hook up the rainwater to our cistern and then figure out the overflow and all of that. There's still a fair few things to figure out, but very, very pleased with how it all functioned. And with that, I'm gonna leave you here. Thank you so much for watching and supporting us, and we will see you in our next video.